I'm going to be serving this with some little Rosevale Red fondant potatoes, which are just cooked down in some butter, get a nice little glaze on them. And I'm going to be serving it with simple little pork butter, which is sort of the extravagant side to it. So first things first, I'm going to get my shallots in. So I've got a load of chopped shallots here in a pan. There's quite a few in there. And then, as I said, the extravagant bit, about half a bottle of pork in there. Now you want to bring that right the way down into those shallots. It's going to be quite sweet, but monte that up with some butter at the end. It's going to be absolutely delicious. On with the spuds, because they're also going to take a little time. So very simply, just clean your spuds. These are particularly good. We use these in the restaurant because they do hold their shape very nicely. Right, okay, so a little bit of oil in there. I'm going to chuck a heap of butter in this in a minute. And just put them cut side down. Now the important thing is you don't want to play around with them too much. You don't want to start turning them over, shaking them. Just put them in and just let them colour. So don't cram them in too much. Start them off like that. Do you use it, Jason?
Yeah, we use it. Yeah, we use onglet, but I insist from the butchers that it's minimum 35 days hung after it's been taken from the animal.
Well, that's quite a long time, huh? And that's going to break it down.
And it goes a lot darker than that, so it sort of is a lot more tender.
Yeah. Right, so in here, spuds are going on nicely. Don't touch them. A couple of cloves of garlic, bit of thyme in there. I'm going to stick some pepper, a bit of salt in there. Spuds will take quite a lot of salt, and quite a bit of butter. And then put them through the oven. It's quite a startling amount, but you like that, don't you? Huh? It's on your list. It's on your list of likes. Okay, so very simply, leave that. Don't shake them in the oven, and just until you can get the tip of a knife through them, and then they're nice and tender. Right, so that side, onto the steak. Now, as I said earlier, I think that steak here was a bit too thick, and I think you'd really have to work at chewing your way through that, even if that was a really good tender cut. So what I've done is took nice angled slices, which are still quite thick, but then bashed them out just ever so slightly with the back of a knife, like that. Okay, just sort of working over and over. If there's any sort of enormous lumps of fat, you could just trim those out, but there's a nice amount sort of running through the meat. Right, so let's get on with it, season it up. Da-da. Now I'm going to oil steak really lightly because I don't want it to sort of over fry in the pan. So just a touch on that, and it's got to be really quick cook. If you like your steak well done, you want to be choosing a different cut, I think.